Hi, welcome to Stock in Lara's Closet.
Hi, I'm Lara. I'm your host, and this is Stuck in Lara's Closet. Welcome back to episode number 4. I have been sitting here for the past 30 minutes because I don't know how to start this video. I have been feeling not so great, and I am not ashamed of expressing it. And that's what this video is about, actually. It's about feelings. It's about that you're not alone and that it's okay to feel. It's okay to show, express, talk about it, draw about it. And obviously, it's way easier to say it than do it. Happens to me. Happens to me a lot, actually. First of all, I want to say sorry if I'm not in my best mood. I it's hard. It's hard to deal with feelings because we often feel judged to express them. We might feel that we're gonna get rejected, or we might feel scared. And maybe you grow up with something that you have to say, oh, I'm fine. I have to be strong. I have to get myself together. And that honestly can be super exhausting. And I do that a lot. I always have to put, no, I do it a lot. Yes. I went through something recently in my life, very recent, 3 months ago. Something really, really sad. My best friend passed away 3 months ago. And obviously I've not because I have to say, like, describe the best version of myself, but I'm genuinely a very happy person. I'm genuinely always happy. I'm honestly never mad. I don't really have that. But for these past 3 months, I have been not really myself, and I have tried to kind of avoid it. I have tried to mask it up. I have tried to tell myself and cover it up and just wait, sorry. I have to open the door for Jack because he's like meowing, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. And like I said, I've been trying to kind of cover it up, and I have realized kind of talking right now, literally, just that it's really okay to show how you feel, it's hard for me to show how I feel because I've kind of always felt like it was bad to kind of show how you feel. Because I feel like, I can't, like, for example, I can't really cry in front of anyone because I feel judged, and I have to give the explanation why I'm crying, And when I do give that explanation, I feel like it's not valid to cry. And I always have to put my feelings away. I always put them away. And I always have to pretend I'm like super happy. In this past 3 months, I have been going through that a lot. And it's because if I don't show that I'm happy, I might be, like, why are you like that? Why is your face like that? Why are you acting this way? And I really, or is why are you sad? You don't have to be sad. It's all in your mind. And that's one of the main reasons we don't share our feelings. That's one of the main reasons I don't share my feelings. And it's so, so bad. You have no idea, because when you tell someone that is feeling vulnerable, or if you're feeling like angry or anything, and you don't let that person show how they feel, they are going to accumulate all these feelings that they have had for years inside, killing them, either they're bad or good. You're going to make that person miserable. You're not going to let that person show who they are. It's so important to show how we feel, because when we do, we let people in. We let people into your lives, and we start to heal. I don't even I don't even know how to talk to this right now. I literally cried before I filming this, for I told you guys that I've been sitting here for the past 30 minutes not knowing how to actually express this. And I was fine. I was literally fine. I was fine. In the morning, I was fine. 2 hours ago, and then randomly I got this thing, and I was watching the Super Bowl, and now I'm sitting here and I'm so sad. All I want to do is cry. And I have to tell myself, I have to say this out loud, to tell myself that it's okay. Because it's okay to not be okay all the time. It's okay to not put a mask in yourself, and people need to realize this. You can't judge a person for feeling like this. It's such an important topic. It's such an important thing. Feelings are the most important thing. It comes from your heart. I don't know if I'm making sense. I hope I'm making sense. I'm really doing this podcast to literally make myself realize this. I have had, obviously, my ups and downs. I have been really, really, really sad. Last week, the night before, I think it was it was a Wednesday. It was a Wednesday night. I started remembering my best friend. And I started looking at pictures of him and hearing his voice. And I was alone in my house. I was so sad, and I cried so much in my room alone. And then the next morning, this usually doesn't happen. I always I mostly wake up sad every morning, and I have to say this. It's just something I have to say. But I have taken also a little bit. This has helped me a lot, like going through this. I have kind of put my faith, my heartbreak into Hashem, into religion a little bit. And I'll talk about that later. So, I woke up the next morning. I was feeling so sad. You have no idea. I was like shattered. Like I woke up crying. I was crying in the shower. When I was taking a shower. I was crying. I usually never show anyone that I'm crying. I don't really get myself to do it. I completely like turn down, especially like in front of my mom. I can't cry in front of my mom. It's just something that I literally cannot get myself to do it. Even if I'm feeling sad, I can't really and not because I don't think my mom is going to support me. It's just my mom. I don't know how to explain to my mom how I'm feeling. And my mom knows this. Like, she knows. It's like, okay. Like, okay, let's go back. So I went to work, and I was like, my best friend, he was my coworker. He was actually my anyway. So I couldn't, like, I really couldn't stop crying. I cried the whole day. You have no idea. And it got so bad to a point that I had to text my mom. I had to text her. I'm like, I'm so sad. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I can't stop crying. I feel so heartbroken. And I realized that telling my mom this, it made me feel a little bit better, because she was like, it's okay. It's okay to feel like that. You know, you have your days, you have your ups and downs, and going through something like this, it's okay to have one of your worst days. And I realized from that moment that I told her that it was okay to show how you feel, you know, because sometimes, yeah, you get judged and you don't do it because you feel like you're gonna get judged. But sometimes when you say it, you might not get judged. You might actually get support, and you might get a little bit better. And I told her, and then she told me that it was okay, that it was fine. And then later that day, that was the next day, it was my best friend's third month memorial. His family invited me over. I was so sad, and then I started talking to his sister. I started saying, like telling her like how sad I was and like how much I cried. She was telling me also about herself. And then on Judaism, you always have to kind of pray before you start doing like a meal, or especially on a memorial, it's very important to pray before. And I started praying, and it's crazy because on the Tehillim, that's a Psalms book. It's a Jewish Psalms book. I just like opened it, and the first psalm that I opened, it was exactly what I was going through. And I started reading it, and I felt so calm. I put my heartbreak and what I was going through to Hashem, and it felt so comforting that it made me feel so much better, because I talked to my mom that day. I talked to my best friend's sister. I also started reading to Hashem, and it was so comforting in so many ways. And like that, also, like yesterday, on Friday actually, we do Shabbat. My best friend's family, my best friend's family invited me over for Shabbat. And when his mother invited me, I was feeling like so heartbroken, because all I could think of, it's of him, like a Shabbat without him. And then I went over and I stayed on his room, and I just I was so I was looking at all of him, like all of his things on his room, and all and just realizing that it was okay to feel this way. It was okay, because it's grief. And I'm sorry if I'm putting this topic so, I'm not explaining it right. It's just that I'm just venting, and it's something that it's super about this topic. I am talking about my feelings. I am venting out. I am expressing that you're not alone, because you're not. If you feel like this and you're anxious and you're going through this, if you're angry, if you're sad, if you're happy, if you're anything, any way you're feeling right now, you're not alone. Listen to me. You're not alone. You're not the only one who feels like this. You're not the only one who doesn't know how to express it, or that you don't feel okay expressing it. But I'm telling you right now, it's okay. It's fine. You're okay. And I'm with you. I'm here. I feel you. I have no idea how much I feel you. And I took a shower before Shabbat, because you're not supposed to shower on Shabbat. And I was taking a shower, and I started crying. I'm like, how? How are you not here right now? And then after Shabbat, I was with his mom, and we were preparing all the Shabbat food. And then we were sitting, and we got to eat his last bread, because he made challah every time for Shabbat. And this Shabbat, it was the last bread that they had. And I got to try it, and then we started doing kiddush and everything. And then I was in my head thinking, I'm not the only one who feels like this, because all of his family feels like this, and they also show it. they're not afraid to show it, and they're not ashamed, and they're not ashamed to talk about it. And there's so many things that make me realize that feelings are not a bad thing. They're not a bad thing to show. I don't know if I keep repeating myself over and over, but it's not a bad thing. It's okay. It's good to show. It's good because you let yourself vent. You vent. You let yourself out. You let you're yourself. Because let me tell you, you're not always going to be sad. I know this. I know this. I am going through a grief moment, and I know that at some point, obviously, you're never going to fully say, boom, yeah, I don't miss him. Of course not. But there's going to be a moment that I am going to be better. But to the point that I'm getting is, you don't always wake up the same. You don't always wake up saying, oh, today I am super happy. Or today I am like miserable. Or, you don't. And if you're happy, let's stop talking about me being like super miserable and sad. But if you're happy because you got a new car, because you got a vanity, or because you want to scream. Let's say you want to scream of happiness, and you're not screaming because you are scared that people are going to think, is she crazy? Like, why is she doing this? Like, ugh, she's so annoying. Like, okay, yeah, you're happy, but why do you have to express it? What do you mean, why I have to express it? Because I want to. Because I want to express my own feelings. Hi, thank you. It's my own body. If I want to scream of happiness, I'll scream of happiness. Okay, now I'm angry. Now I'm like, I'm sorry. Let me put my tone down a notch. Oh my god. I actually feel like this episode, it's like very, very annoying in a way. I don't know how to, is it? I don't know. I mean, you can't really answer me, but I hope it's not annoying. I'm sorry I wasn't so miserable the whole episode. I really didn't mean to. It's just I'm really not like thrilled. So sorry. Yeah, like just express it. Express your feelings, girl or boy. Just express it. Because if not, you're going to literally kill yourself mentally in your heart. You're going to be so frustrated and overwhelmed and just like horrible. I think you should really express it, and it's something that I actually have to tell myself a lot, like all over and over and over and over, but I have realized that it's okay, and I am not going to put a mask anymore. Because I always say, when someone asks me, because you can tell when I cry, you can tell like when I'm really sad, you could tell when I'm angry. Like, I'm always very happy, and when I don't really show that I'm happy, you could really tell that I'm really, something's like bothering me. And people tell me like, what's wrong? And I usually say, I'm fine, nothing's wrong. Because I can't physically tell myself, I can't do it. So in this episode, I've talked also, you don't also, if you're not the person that can express it, that's totally okay. You can express it in another way, that maybe you can start writing it down. For me, I started doing this thing that I started writing to Hashem. That's God. I started writing to Hashem, telling how I felt, telling him how was my day? How did I feel midway? How did I wake up? Also, you can start telling him, like, saying maybe that you're grateful. I say that all the time. I'm very grateful that I'm here. Even feeling how I feel, I'm very grateful I'm here. And it's maybe you want to talk to one person, or maybe you don't want to talk at all. Maybe you want to write it down. Whatever you want to do. You don't always have to express it physically. You could do it in your own way, and that's totally fine. Just do it. Just get yourself to do it in any way possible that you want to do it. Scream. Just, I don't know, what do you want to do? Just do it. Because I promise you, it will make you feel better. And it's okay. Tell yourself, it's okay. I'm okay. This is okay. This is perfect. This is amazing. This is the right way to do it. This is the good way to do it. This is the only way. And never be ashamed of it. Because I promise you, you're not alone. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. Feelings are good. Expressing your feelings are great. Any type of feeling that you have, like I said before. And yes, you're not alone. It's okay to feel. I'm here with you. I love you. I feel the same that you do. And please, 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 if you're bringing people down because they're showing how they feel, please stop doing that. Stop it. It's not a good thing. Anyway, this episode is so long. Just like me crying mid-video. Yeah, okay. Anyway, thank you so much. This is getting posted on Monday, by the way, because I was procrastinating doing this video. Like I talked in the other video. But, like I said, the hard part is starting. I started, now I have 30 minutes of me talking. And I didn't know how to start the video. Yep. Also, I made soaps today. Anyway, I love you. Thank you so much for being stuck in this closet with me. You're on a safe place. And I hope you're very comfortable here, because I sure am. Thank you. I'll see you next Sunday. And don't remember, you're not alone. It's okay to feel. And I love you. Bye. See you next Sunday.